We now move on to Ielts speaking part 2, and your topic is describe your first day at school. Where it was means the location of school. What happened? You will talk about some incidents or a series of incidents when you went there and all that, and explain how you felt on that day. This cue card is all together in the past tense. So don't choose any present or future, just speak in the past tense. You will now have to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay. I have been to schools in my life. One was my primary school, which was located in Muscat, Oman, and my secondary school, and the other one was secondary school, which was located in Kent area. DPS, its name was DPS, and I vividly remember about my primary school because I think I was too small at that time. So I will share about my first day at school in the secondary school. So in my secondary school, it was a very large school, a very broad school, and therefore I feel very nervous at that time, and I nervous because I thought I will get lost here. But I think I was also excited, a little bit excited at that time. I walked into the school and went with the other students where they were moving or where they were going. So then I found a student and I asked her about 6th class, and she coincidentally she was also in the 6th class, and she took me to her class, and we went in the class and we took all the classes, and before a break we took all the classes, and in the break time we visited the school. The school was very huge building, and it was very neat and clean, and there were separate classes for boys and girls, and there were also a large laboratories for physics, chemistry and biology. They were totally separated and well equipped as well, and there was a huge library in which have a different collection of books as well. The girl I meet was my friend, and that was the day when we started our friendship, and till today we are best friends. And there was a big canteen also, and which were full of delicious foods.
Thank you. You have spoken for around 2 minutes, and still the last point is left. Explain how you felt on that day. So it's because this is the conclusion of your talk. So try not to miss this point. On that day I initially felt nervous, but after that I was confident and all that. Overall you spoke well. At one point you said I feel, it should have been I felt. Then you said she took me her class to her class. So with her we don't use article. And then you said girl I meet, it should have been girl I met, right? So these minor mistakes, but overall you spoke well, but try to cover the last point in the bullet. That is important. Now we move on to speaking part 3. Do you think students should be taken to school by their parents or go by themselves?
If the students are in primary section, they must be took by their parents.
They must be taken.
They must be taken with their parents or by a school van or school any other transport. But if the students are in secondary section, I think they must go by their own.
Okay, they must go on their own. That is better, on their own. Should children rely on their parents or be independent?
I think when students are in the studying section or in the phase of studying, they must be depend on their parents.
They must depend.
They must depend on their parents, but when they are in job or free of education, they must become independent, or the job may evenly become independent.
All right, that's good. Overall it's fine, but few grammatical mistakes in part 2 and part 3 also. Try to avoid them. You are very close to bench 7, but at present I'll give you a 6.5. With a little extra effort you can improve the bench score, and that effort is required in tenses, like in sentence structures. The mistakes I pointed out as you were speaking, so just try to overcome those. You are speaking fluently, you are speaking clearly, that is fine. You can use a little good variety of words as well related to the topic, because examiner will give you bench score according to that, right? All right, thank you.